The suspect racist gang employed within Liverpool Police that orchestrated the multiple planned murders using the female murder suspect may have become concerned that my contact with the convicted gunman potentially could lead to me obtaining evidence to confirm the female murder suspect they were controlling did order the multiple planned murders. Shortly after receiving written confirmation from the convicted gunman that the female murder suspect did order the multiple planned murders, we then received this unannounced call at our home.
Croxton first.
Yeah, okay.
Because they didn't realise that I wanted to see the whole three of them.
Oh, I see. Do you mind back which department you're from? Which agency?
We're from Merseyside Community Rehabilitation Company.
Probation.
Probation.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind actually who contacted you to contact us?
Your mum's victim liaison officer, Julie Parkinson.
Okay, which department is she from?
Well, she's from the victim support team.
Okay, so where did she get the information from to contact you, to contact us?
Your mum had requested it.
It was the boss. The boss, Julie's boss, phoned her. That's what she told me on the phone.
Right.
My boss has just phoned me, Mary, but you know it's out of my jurisdiction. I'm only here to tell you about the three offenders. If they want early release or whatever.
Yeah.
She's been out, I know well, she's lovely. She said, my boss has just phoned me, but they've only asked me, are you still interested in going to see these three? And I said, well, who told your boss? And she said, Mary, I don't know, I can't answer that. I said, why didn't your boss phone me direct and ask me that?
Right.
Oh, right, okay. So when you spoke to the victim liaison officer, they put
Yeah.
as an option, they suggested restorative justice.
Yeah.
So that's where it's come from
That's
the
where the
VLO.
referral's coming from. It's being fed through to us then.
You see, the
No,
concern...
but I haven't spoke to anybody about it. Only police.
Kathy, Paul Croxton. I've been in touch with Paul Croxton extensively, and McGovern extensively,
Right.
and I have evidence to prove that this was a state engineered, state authorised, state allowed execution, and this will all go through the court system. Everything. It might be a year, 2 years, it might be 18 years, like the Steve Lawrence case, but we'll get there.
You, Mark, at this point, are you in contact with them?
Yes, I am. Yes,
okay.
Extensively.
Right, so
Okay.
to interrupt you, Mark, who was the other guy you just mentioned?
Croxton and McGovern.
McGovern.
I'm in contact with them. Well, I sent them a document 2 days ago, McGovern.
Is that through writing to them?
Is that true?
Writing, speak to them on the phone.
Yes, well, that's evidence as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
It's written evidence, material. So
Is the prison's actually allowing that to go ahead?
one prison is, the other prison trying to interfere with Royal Mail.
But at this time, no, this isn't to sort of, in any way, shape or form, to back up a legal case that might be going through. This is for peace of mind for your mum. Or not so much peace of mind, as I said before you turned up, I asked her a question, said, is one of the reasons that you, or maybe a reason that you want to go and see Croxton, is it because maybe closing that chapter on what's happened? You know, because your mum said that she wants to go and speak to him about forgiveness. You know, and she mentioned those words, forgiveness, and speaking to him about that. And that's what I'm trying to get around. It's like
this is what restorative justice
is.
This is not going to have any evidence to do with anything legally that you're going
but
through.
Basically, it wouldn't be set up for any sort of maybe ongoing legal trial that you're going to go through. It's more for your mum's well-being, emotional well-being.
Yeah, that's right. The institution is in court, ARI, involved in institutionalised child abuse and murder on the basis of racial hatred. Institution, every single part of it. Listen, I think it would be better either when we have that visit, there's a police officer there, 2 police officers preferably, to note down what's being said, both from my mother, to make sure that there can't be the inference that my mother said something that made him say X, Y, Z, and if possible, have some kind of recording it.
No, that wouldn't. I don't know whether that wouldn't be allowed to happen.
Okay.
You know, we're going to be going into a prison environment anyway. We wouldn't need police officers there. It wouldn't be allowed to be recorded.
Okay, so who's going to be there?
The people who would be there would be.
We'd be there to start off
We'd
with.
be there as the facility because we're facilitating the meeting.
Okay, is this used too?
Yes.
Okay, so there'll be 2 people there. That's what I'm saying. 2 witnesses, independent witnesses.
Not witnesses. We're not witnesses.
No,
Mark.
that.
We're not kind of. I hope you don't take this. We're not here to sort of, you know, there's no middle. I'm trying to explain what I'm trying to say. You know, we're not here for Paul. We're not. All we want is for your mum to get something out of this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all centred around your mum's feelings, emotional well-being of the victim's family. You know,
To get through this, Mark, because I can't stay where I am now. I just can't stay here.
I realise that, Mum.
There's
It
something
is
for you
a
to
very powerful
discuss
process
together
as well.
with the family and
It's
see
gonna
what
be
you
a
want to
very
do.
Remember, these I can't stay. I feel like I've just stopped here. No one's helping me.
And
There would never have been a Paul Croxton or anyone else if you just give her help. That's all she needed. But no, you use that psychosis. And what do we have now? 2 innocent children who, when they start off, they were 3 and 4, who are still in the custody of the main suspect in planned multiple murders. Not 1, not 2, 3. We've now had it confirmed from Paul Croxton. There's 3 people and more that were due to be executed on instructions from here. That's Paul Croxton's words, the convicted gunman. So you have all that history, and then you get the convicted gunman, who you convicted, who now confirms need to come
The
back
lad
and do
told
it.
me said that the police have always told me that Croxton didn't know. But he has put it in black and white.
Shortly after receiving this visit, Liverpool Crime Commissioner wrote to us informing us that we were not allowed to have any contact with the convicted gunman. This was followed with a letter from the Chief Constable's office prohibiting us any contact whatsoever with the convicted gunman. This was followed with the prison governor writing a similar letter prohibiting contact with the convicted gunman.
And it's all centred around your mum's feelings, emotional well-being of the victim, the victim's family.
After making these claims, Restorative Justice wrote to the victim's family prohibiting any contact whatsoever with the convicted gunman. This was the last correspondence received from one of the convicted gunmen. I write you this letter to inform you that they have put a ban on me from contacting Mary Gray, and I have done everything I possibly can to have it lifted, but they won't. I want you to know that my position has not changed and still want to help in any way I can, as I hope you do with me. I have not been receiving Mary's mail, so have no clue of where you are up to and whether you sent me any evidence. Unfortunately, if contact is to be re-established, you will be the only person who can have this ban lifted. Hope to hear from you soon.